Now today's our topic is bridge folio rectifier. Now this is one type of folio rectifier. We already discussed center tap folio rectifier. Now the bridge folio rectifier, how it works. Now what are the applications? Now what are the important terms related with the bridge folio rectifier? We will discuss today. Okay.
Now, what is the full? I already explained the center tap. Okay. Now move on to the bridge folio rectifier. Okay. Now bridge folio rectifier, it is a mostly widely used rectifier for supplying the large amount of DC supply. Okay. Now this is simple circuit of bridge folio rectifier. It consists of 1, 2, 3, 4. It consists of two 4-pin junction diodes to form a bridge which is connected to the secondary side of the transformer. Okay. Now AC supply is given as the input. Okay. Now this is for your AC supply. Now it consists of 4 diodes D1, D2, D3 and D4. The load resistance RL connected in series with the bridge, that bridge. Okay. Then next, now AC supply is given. The rectified output, okay, means we are converting your AC into the DC. Means what? Rectification process means rectified output. Here the rectified output is given across the load resistance RL. Okay. Now how it works? Now move. The AC signal is given as the input, right? So I just draw here AC signal. Okay, like this AC signal. Okay, this is what your AC signal, which is your input, voltage or P, right? Now what happened here during positive up cycle? Okay, you must know the working of diodes. During positive up cycle, suppose this point is B point, P point. Suppose this point is P point, this point is your Q point, right? So assume that. So during positive up cycle, what happened? During positive up cycle, this terminal become positive and it becomes negative, right? As this terminal is positive, means what? Positive means what? This diode is P, okay, connected to P. D2 and D4. Now let's see. Positive, P side. Here it comes P side. Okay, positive. D2 and D4 comes in forward bias condition, and remaining twos is in reverse bias condition. Means what? During positive up cycle, what happened? Output during positive up cycle. Okay, what happened during positive up cycle? Okay, D2 and D4 is in forward bias condition, and D1 and D3 is in reverse bias condition. Means these two diodes conducts and current will flow from toward this like this. Okay, means what? We are getting the output when the diode D2 and D4 conducts. Okay, I just drawn here. Okay, during negative up cycle, I am just drawing the output of negative up cycle here. Okay, the output during negative half cycle. Okay, so I just continued here. During negative half cycle, what happened? Okay, this is the output during what? Positive. Means during positive half cycle, remaining two does not conduct, means you are not getting any output. Okay, during positive half cycle, again same procedure. Repeat the steps. D2 and D4 conducts. During negative half cycle, no flow. Means what? Sorry. Okay, during positive half cycle, D2 and D4 conducts. Okay, now what happened here? During negative half cycle, this terminal becomes positive and this terminal becomes negative. As this terminal is positive during negative half cycle. Okay, during negative half cycle. Okay, as this Q point is positive and this P point is negative, means what? D3 and D1 is in forward bias condition and remaining twos are in reverse bias condition. As this 2 is in forward bias condition, it conducts, and current will flow. Okay, like this. Current will flow through it towards the load resistance RL and towards the diode D2. Okay, means what? During negative up cycle, you are getting the output just by when the D1 and D3 conducts. In negative up cycle, D1 and D3, okay, you are not getting like output. Okay, D3 and D1. Okay, means what? Okay, in Fourier rectifier, what happened? Okay, this is what in Fourier rectifier. I just combine these two outputs. I'm just combining these two outputs. Okay, half wave rectifier and the positive half cycle and negative half cycle. Total output. So total output this during positive half cycle output and during negative half cycle output. During positive cycle output, during negative half cycle output. Okay, during positive half cycle D2 and D4 conducts. Okay, during negative D1 and D3 conducts. D2 and D4 conducts. D1 and D3 conducts. Okay, same procedure. Okay, in Fourier rectifier you are getting the output. During both positive half cycle and negative half cycle. This is your total output. This is your output during positive half cycle. This is your output during negative half cycle. I just combine these two. Okay, during positive half cycle, negative D2. Here we are using 4 diodes, 1, 2, 3 and 4. In half rectifier, we use only a single diode. In center tap full rectifier, we have used 2 diodes. In bridge rectifier, you are using 1, 2, 3, 4 diodes. Okay. In half rectifier, you are getting the output during only positive half cycle. In Fourier rectifier, you are getting the output in both positive and negative half cycle. During both positive and okay, you are getting the output in Fourier during the Fourier in half wave. Now all this about the bridge Fourier rectifier.
Now some of the important terms related with the full wave bridge rectifier. The very first is PIV, peak inverse voltage. It is the maximum voltage at which the PN junction diode must withstand without its damage during the negative half cycle of the AC input signal. Okay, in this case the PIV is equal to the VM, maximum input voltage. The second one is ripple frequency, denoted by what? FR. The ripple frequency of a full wave bridge rectifier is twice that of the frequency of the AC input signal. That means what? Twice Fi. That 2 into 50, that is what? 100 Hertz. Now the next one is ripple factor. Ripple factor is always denoted in the form of percentage. So for the full wave bridge rectifier, ripple factor is 48.2. It is same as like for center tap full wave rectifier, 48.2. The rectifier efficiency means what? How much amount of you are getting the DC after applying the AC. That means what? Rectifier efficiency. And for the full wave bridge rectifier, the efficiency is 81.2 percentage. The next is the TUF. The TUF factor for the full wave bridge rectifier is 0.812, or you can say the 81.20 percentage. Means the DC power delivered to the load is given by is equal to what? Is equal to PAC rated into 0.812. You simply multiply with the 0.812. Now this is what your TUF. Now these are the advantages, disadvantages and application of bridge full wave rectifier. The very first advantage, the PIV is 1/2 that of the center tap rectifier. This is the very first advantage. The second one is the output is twice that of the center tap circuit for the same secondary voltage. Now the next is the advantage is TUF is very large amount, that is the same 81.2 percentage. And the rectifier efficiency is also very high, it about 81.2 percentage. Now these are some advantages. Now move on to disadvantages. It requires 4 diodes, semiconductor diodes. Out of these, the two in series are working at a time. 2 diodes in the series conduct at a time on alternative half cycle. This creates a problem when the low DC voltage are required. The applications of the full wave bridge rectifiers are it is used in high current power supplies, it is used in laboratory DC power supplies, it is used in battery chargers. Now these are the applications of full bridge wave rectifier.